Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Berrien Springs High School in downtown Berrien Springs, Michigan, for tonight's Red Wolf contest between the Berrien Springs Shamrocks and your Pawpaw Red Wolves. Jason didn't get voted off the island last week, so we've got him back. You got the 6 required votes to come back for another week. So
what can I say? I tried.
Got Jason Cox alongside me. We tried to fix some of the audio issues. Got different microphones on our heads this week. Went into the closet and pieced some things together, so hopefully we sound a little bit better. We're going to have the national anthem here in a couple minutes. You're looking at Berrien Springs Band, where we will have to mute when we go to that point. Nice to see our affiliate in Tampa, WADAM, is on the line, so that's good. Not real sure what to expect from Berrien Springs tonight. You will probably hear that we are out in the elements tonight, and the announcer is directly over our broadcast position, so you probably will get some very clear and concise calls from the booth tonight. So nothing that we can really do about that, where they've got us positioned. But you also might notice that we're a little bit closer to the field here than most. This is a beautiful new stadium. The people of Berrien Springs supported their athletics in a big way and came out and put down this just absolutely gorgeous football, track, soccer, and other field sports field. So it just beautiful here. Berrien Springs is coming out of their tunnel. I imagine, Jason, this would also be a great place to see graduation. Here come your Pawpaw Red Wolves out of the secondary tunnel.
One beautiful complex here, Brent.
Pawpaw clad in all white unis tonight. Have to take a moment to recognize our cheerleaders with their brand new uniforms tonight. A lot of hard work went into those. They're making their way around to the visitor sideline. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Which one of you is doing the halftime interview?
See what the score is.
So the Pawpaw coaching staff just made their way into the booth. So we are waiting for the national anthem. We're going to go on mute and let that happen. We will come back after it's done. Okay, so we're going to bring back the microphone is not muted. We're going to bring back some sound. And we are getting ready for kickoff. Pawpaw has won the toss tonight, and they have deferred to the second half. So Pawpaw's going to kick off.
I know.
They're going to kick off We don't know yet for sure. And we didn't see. Yeah.
We'll see. Brent, the officials should, unless you already indicated.
So I can see about 60% of the field right now from where I'm standing. So may have to move that way a little bit once it's action heads to that end of the field. But it's a gorgeous press box inside. They've got bathrooms upstairs. They've got a small meeting room up here. Their broadcast area is divided, or their team area is divided into 3 different separate rooms with doors that shut. So really, really nice. In fact, one of the nicest press boxes I've been into. This one in Hastings are about the same.
They've even got an elevator to help those that need help getting up here to the press box.
And that would have been a nice look because, once again, Jason and I look like we climb stairs for a living, but, you know, every little bit helps.
Always down. Much easier.
We are out in the elements tonight, kind of. We're under a roof, but I just kind of like being out where I can hear the crowd a little bit. It's kind of fun to, you know.
Paul won the toss, deferred to the second half. Shamrocks will be receiving to start the game and defending the south goal.
And that is not the voice of God you just heard, but it sort of sounds like it from where we're standing. So right underneath the speaker coming to you tonight, we've got 2, 4, and 32. That's Tebow, Williams, and White back to receive.
Yep.
Troy Vandenberg is going to kick off for the Wolves.
Wolves will be kicking off left to right on your radio dial here.
We are running north to south on your TV screen.
Vandenberg will kick off.
Sun is at our back, and shadows from this gorgeous facility are going to come into play here in a minute. Troy's kick towards the sideline. That's going to be fielded. Tebow on the return. He's going to pick and choose, and he's going to get up to about the 35-yard line where the Shamrocks will take over on offense.
Tebow fields the kickoff at the 16. He's brought down by Bull.
Landon Buell on the tackle. Tyler Perkio. We're going to be in for a long night with some of our names, it sounds like. So the person playing God on your screen is not real good with the
31-yard line.
Beauty doesn't always mean functionality.
That's right.
Brent.
So we are looking at this now. We have no idea of the scouting report. We tracked it this morning. We didn't get it in the overnight like we do every week. So we're going to have to figure out who's playing who. 22 is your quarterback.
32 is the tail.
That's McFarland. 32 behind him. That's White. We're one of the return men. Interesting game. We have 2 22s playing quarterback.
Got twins here on this our side.
So Micah McFarland, a junior, is quarterback for Berrien Springs. Going to hand it to White, and that's going to be eaten up. A nice play on the line.
Calvin White.
Looks like P.J. DeYoung on the tackle. Calvin White's the ball carrier. That's a loss of a yard.
DeYoung for Pawpaw. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
PJ was very disciplined on that play. Excellent read and excellent fill. Looks like Berrien Springs is
Shamrocks
running a no huddle
from
here.
the gun. Looks like they're running a mini spread. 3 wide receivers, lone running back. 32 up the middle. This is going to be, again, looks like PJ was in there.
The ball carrier. DeYoung on the tackle.
Gavin Turk also in on the play. Cody Conley's initial contact inside the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. So the throw, it's a high one, that's long, it's caught, and he hangs on to it. That ball was in the air a long time.
Brought down
So
by
number
Hernandez
2,
for Pawpaw. First down,
that's
Shamrocks.
White on the, or no, that's Tebow on the catch. Dominic Hernandez was back there for the Red Wolves, along with Baron Marinich. Ball was in the air a long time. Seems like they could have made a play on that ball, but
43.
hung up there. The receiver went up and made a play.
Looks like the short jab, and then they'll test us over the top. As you can see, they're all wearing wristbands,
Elias
so they're running.
Sonnenberg's got the start on the right corner. Barron's out on the left. It's going to be a handoff. No, quarterback keep on the read option.
McFarland keeps it. He's brought down by number
That's
21, Newell.
Newell on the tackle. Bryson Newell with the tackle. He's going to bring up second
Ball
and
marked to
about
the 39,
6.
gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Shamrocks.
Shamrocks are going to go quick, no huddle.
Long mesh on that handoff. That quarterback carried out that fake all the way through. So,
well, it looks like read option is going to be a big part of their game. We're going to hand off again to the outside, and that's going to be eaten up by the Red Wolves.
White, the ball carrier.
Bunch of Red Wolves in there. I saw 84 come up. That's Lemaire.
Turk on the tackle.
Gavin Turk. And
gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 for
see
the
Gage
Shamrocks.
Mavis out there.
I think it's 52.
It was 56. Turk. So again, 3rd and 5. Red Wolves doing a nice job of forcing third downs. See if we can hold on one here. Handoff into the middle. And that's going to be good for a Berrien Springs first down. McFarland hands to White. Lemire on the tackle for the Wolves. And the Shamrocks move the chains.
excuse me.
So slow, methodic audience. That was a small rainstorm just went through. We're good now.
Sorry, Brent couldn't get to the cough button in time.
And nope, quarterback keep. He's going to pick and slide his way. He's going to get a first down, and he's a big load to haul down. Lemaire, Soderberg.
Lemaire for Pawpaw.
Looks like Lemaire, Soderberg, and Fisher Edwards.
15-yard game for McFarland, good for a Shamrock. First
So
down.
the Berrien Springs Shamrocks moving the ball down the field against Pawpaw. Long, sustained drive. They're getting them to third down, but they're not closing the door. This will bring up a consecutive first down as the quarterback was able to rumble for about 13.
Our defensive end play tonight's going to be crucial, Brent.
There's a quick slant. That ball should have been picked off, but he couldn't get through the receiver.
Receiver wasn't even looking for that ball.
Yeah, receiver wasn't even looking, hit him right in the back.
So
I will say it was a strike, though, Brent.
They tell him to hit him between the numbers, but I think they're supposed to hit him with the side the face masks on. So we'll take the miscommunication. They got a lot of cheerleaders, too. Berrien Springs got a nice full home crowd here. Second and long. McFarland going to hand off.
Give to 32.
He's going to cut back in. The end did a nice job of sealing there, Jason, but there was no support on the inside.
No, there was a giant hole left inside that tackle spot. And
gain of 7 on the play. Third and
I missed the
3
line
for
play. I'm
Shamrocks.
not sure if that was a trap or what, but there was a huge hole.
Well,
for
they
him.
blew the right side of, the left side of our line wide open there. The end sealed. There was nobody there to help.
Linebackers weren't filling.
McFarland back. He's going to keep. This time they do a better job of collapsing the inside.
Keeps it, brought down by Bull.
So Landon Buell on the tackle. Cody Conley also stuck his head in there.
Conley.
Tell you,
No
Brent,
huddle.
Landon keeps getting tackles. He will be the bull tonight, if they want to call him that.
Gain of 1. That'll be 4th and 2 for the Shamrocks.
So fourth down, huge play for the Red Wolves on this opening drive for the Shamrocks. What do you think here, Jason? From what I'm seeing, it's going to be some kind of a read play.
Yeah,
I would imagine they're going to hand the ball off and try to run that same trap they've been running all night. No, quarterback keep, and there's a hold on the end that's not called. That's going to be a first down.
They had him on the initial stop, but his second effort got him that first down.
By Sonnenberg. Gain of 7.
Well, our left defensive end couldn't turn his shoulders, and once
2-yard line.
once he was unable to square up his shoulders, the quarterback had the edge, and that was the end of that.
The right guard had a small trap. He came out and blocked out on the end.
Nate Lemire's got some family in Midland, Michigan on, so hopefully we're going to see a Red Wolf stand here. Handoff, that's going to be stopped short.
The ball carrier.
Nice play down the line by
DeYoung.
P.J. DeYoung, trailing the play.
Gain of 1.
Looked like Lemire and
The second and goal from the 1 for the
Aaron
Shamrocks.
Stry in there too. Second and short now for the Berrien Springs Shamrocks. They're lining up with a power sneak formation. And that is going nowhere. That went backwards. Big Darren Stry put his body in front of that play. Looks like I didn't see a fumble. I think he just got pushed back.
No, he dropped it. He dropped it when he hit the line, but fell right on top of it.
For the Shamrocks.
So that brings up 3rd and 2. They actually went backwards a half yard on that one. And I'll tell you, that's classic football, Jay, right there. First thing you do goal line is you got to blow up the middle, Then you hope that your edges can get upfield a little bit and cut any cuts out. But
that was just great discipline by the defensive line to hold their ground and left nothing open. Looks like they're going to spread it out now after that.
Well, they got a little more room. They got 6 more inches. Handoff inside. No, quarterback keep, and they're not going to make it again. So the Red Wolves stiffen up inside. McFarland's going to get about what they lost back on that last play.
As well as the pop ball line.
Austin George was on the bottom of that pile.
They're going to place the ball at the 2-yard line where it'll be 4th and goal.
So it seems like they've been on the 2-yard line for an hour and a half.
Red Wolves are showing some intestinal fortitude here. Good stand so far.
Well, this is the one where coaches sometimes will panic a little bit and try to go outside because they've been unsuccessful up the middle 3 times in a row. And that's what they're going to try to do, and there is nothing going.
Nate Lemire all over that. Great turnover on downs.
And that is actually going to be a second howl.
1st and 10.
Great play by the Red Wolves, standing their ground. A goal line stand to start the night out in Berrien Springs, and Pawpaw is going to go the other direction.
Brent, we talked about it in the last game. Momentum is huge, and that is a huge momentum swing early in the game.
For our defense, that really wasn't a bad drive, save for 2 plays. They 2 long 3rd downs, the long pass play that could have been broken up that ended up going through, and then a nice 13 or 14-yard run. But other than that, they played pretty good defense. That's right. So we got Gunnar Goodell's going to hand off. That looks like maybe PJ.
Gain of about 2.
So that's going to be good for about 3. PJ coming off a 177-yard effort last week. So why not? Feed them.
2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line for Pawpaw.
Malachi Davis is back out there. Gunnar Goodell. This is going to go to Miller. Ben Miller off the right side. He's going to gain 4. He's going to bring up about 3rd and about 3.5. Well, they're going to call it 5. 3rd and 5.
Down at the 14-yard line by Jacob Constable for the Shamrocks.
We're at an angle, but
3rd and 4 at the 14 for Pawpaw.
even the godlike announcers calling it 4 yards.
You might want to take your Dramamine. I'm learning this new.
Between Miller and PJ. PJ is going to get the ball. PJ is going to pick up about 2, but he's going to be a good 2 yards short, and that looks like that'll probably be a punt. No call yet.
Ball's at the 17-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, Coach Stry is going to punt. So Vandenberg's going to punt. Stry is going to swing the door shut on the snap. So we've got number 4 back for Berrien Springs. It's Walter Williams. Snap is away, and it's a good one. Troy's going to kick it over to this side, kick it away from Williams. It's going to get a bounce out of bounds. That's going to be ball for 45-yard line for Berrien Springs. So a 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. Berrien Springs is going to get the ball for the second time. And Pawpaw's defense is going to be asked to make another stop.
Good safe play here, Brent, starting early in the game, not to get yourself pinned in.
Yeah, and I think after that stand, let's get your defense back out on the field and let them see if they can push things around again. We're not in too much danger here of Berrien doing a lot. You can't give up the big play. That's the thing right here is you got to watch for the big play because they may try to strike one with the lack of success inside. Quarterback's a big kid.
32 up the middle.
There's that big play we do not want. Just like that, Berrien strikes with a big play. Exactly what we were just talking about not needing is, that breakdown in the interior line served us so well on the goal line, but you get out in the open field, one misstep, and that kid's got some speed, he's gone.
Yeah, anytime they can break that hole through the middle, you got to watch out with it out filling. But
So, being between the press box god and the band gets a little loud here. And low line drive, that's no good. So
makes the score Shamrock 6, Pawpaw 0.
So net, Jason, we've had 2 drives, they've kicked 2 field goals. Prove me wrong. So great defensive play on the first drive, great stand, and then the opposite on the second drive.
Well, that just goes to show you the importance of disciplined line play. You step out of your gap, and it leaves that crease for him to get through, and definitely has wheels once he gets out in the open.
They did a good job of, they pulled through and sealed off the linebackers. I got to tell you 2 things. One, here in Lesco Green at the end of this little ditty turns my stomach. But second of all, this is a great environment for high school football. It's a loud stadium. It's rocking. Beautiful turf. Sean Jurgensen, Ben Miller, and Soderberg back for the Red Wolves. Have no idea what kind of kickoff they have, but judged by that extra point, this is not going to the goal line.
Not sure what the scouting report is, but I don't see them giving him much respect for deep.
Berrien Springs student section making some noise. He did get a leg into it. It's down to about the 10. Bobbled and fumbled around down there. That's going to cost him. Oh, he broke through it, though. Look out. This is a big play for the Wolves, and he is gone. They are not going to catch Sean Jurgensen. He is going to rumble down the left-hand sideline, and that's good for a Red Wolves touchdown.
With the kickoff return.
Amazing return by Jurgensen. Way to stay disciplined.
There are no flags on that play, and Sean Jurgensen has just run himself into a 90-yard touchdown return for the Red Wolves. Jason, Sean went from almost losing his spot back there on kickoff to turn it into a hero. He had him right exactly where he wanted him.
Brent, we'll never know. That could be a made play. We don't know.
So Troy Vandenberg's going to kick the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and kick is good. So just like that, 2 big plays, Berrien Springs runs 47 yards for a touchdown, and Sean Durganson says, hold my root beer, and he sends it back the other way, 90 yards for a touchdown. Sean played with him a little bit. You know, I think he looked right at him and said, hey, you know what, 7 guys, come right at me, I'm good. One burst of speed up the middle, and again, Jace, we talked about Pawpaw missing that hole in the line. Berrien Springs kick coverage did the same thing. They left a gap between them up the middle. Sean was able to hit one B button, shoot through that gap, and then there was nobody left. And all of a sudden, all the Red Wolves looked and went, uh-oh, I got to turn around and go the other way. And they took off, and they sealed everybody off, and Sean was able to get down the field and stick one in the end zone.
Well, I think they see that bobble and maybe
Sorry
take
about
a
the touchdown thing on the screen. We'll get it.
take a short step. And that slowing down a little bit, thinking that he's not going to have speed coming out of there, is just enough to open that up. Throws your timing off with your line.
Well, and you know those back guys. So the pursuit guys are trying to get on the ball, but the back guys got to wait, and there's nothing to wait for. Except big uglies. Berrien Springs, nice coverage by the Red
Eagle
Wolves.
fields the kickoff on the return for the Shamrocks.
Why is the touchdown thing keep popping back up? So we'll try to fix that. I don't know what's going on.
They'll place the ball at the 31-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Shamrocks.
I don't know. We're getting it, folks. We'll try to figure that out, why that keeps popping back up. No idea.
When in doubt, Brent, blame the Wi-Fi.
You know, now I think, you know, honestly, the truck is parked so far away from us here tonight. The truck's actually at the Niles game.
Another school that has a nice new stadium.
I'll tell you, the Wolverine Conference is leaving us behind because we've got some really nice stadiums coming up. The Wajak. Oh, and that's an incomplete pass.
McFarland's pass intended for
Wajak's
Williams.
got a nice new
Incomplete.
stadium. Sturgis put a bunch of money into their stadium. Vicksburg
Second and 10
Stadium's always
Shamrocks on the
been
31-yard
top-notch.
line.
Both Otsego and Plainwell have nice stadiums. You know, we're seeing turf about every other week on the schedule now. And, you know, it's gotten to the point in football where people think that's a luxury. It really saves a lot of injuries. Used to create a lot, but it saves a lot now. Handoff. That's a nice play on the end.
White, the ball carrier.
Bryson Newell
Brought down by
with a
Newell.
really nice seal on that end.
Turk for
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed.
Turk was out there with him.
I don't know if you noticed, Brent, but the running back took a wide sprint out. The quarterback had to reach out, which allowed the Redskins to Red Wolves, to read that right away.
And Jason's in the game.
My fault. I'll put myself on mute. Thanks.
Yeah. That's all right. Everybody has to do that at least once. So McFarland's back in the shotgun. Low snap. He's going to try to no, he's going to run now. Newell's the spy, and I think Newell's going to stop him just short. PJ DeYoung also in there. It looks like he's about 2 yards short.
Number 25, DeYoung.
On a broken play like that, Brent, we gotta get him to the ground.
Yeah. Well, he's a big kid and he's got speed, so he's. So 4th down up here for the Wolves.
No.
Soderberg's going to drop back deep.
Watch the hard count.
Snap is away. Kick is away. That's a low line drive. Get away from it. Good bounce. Really good bounce for Berrien Spring. That's going to get down to about the 16-yard line. And that's where 17-yard line. 18-yard line. Yeah, we're all in disagreement with where that is.
18-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Pawpaw.
So,
I bet they practice that, Brent.
yeah, so Pawpaw's going to get the ball back. Haven't shown much yet on offense, just had the ball for a couple plays. But we've shown the big strike capability, albeit on a kickoff.
41-yard punt by Jarvis.
And I can cross albeit from the list of words that we have to work in tonight.
It's going to have all kinds of stats. Get that turf roll. If that gets crooked, if you roll that eyepiece back out, that right eye is probably weird.
Okay, so the Wolves, Gunnar Goodell, going to hand this one to PJ off the left side. Berrien Springs has scouted this.
Young, the ball carrier.
They're switching off the
Kowski
inside.
on the tackle for the Shamrocks.
They're allowing that pulling
Gain
guard
of
to go
2.
by, and then they're getting the play from the backside.
8, Pawpaw.
There.
That's the end of the first quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter, 7-6, Pawpaw's in the lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Take a quick. All right, so getting back at it here. Start the second quarter. We are not muted. So we'll get that off the screen. Gunnar Goodell under center. This is going to be to Ben Miller. Miller's got the edge. Nice spin move. That's a good run.
Miller, the ball carrier.
It's like
The
a
other
gain of-
chain gang saw it coming at him and bailed, so I don't know how close he
Knocked out of
got.
bounds by White for the Shamrocks.
Looks like it's going to be third and very short. This is probably the
Gain of
first time
7
we're
on
going to
the play.
see
It's
power
third
I.
and 1 for Pawpaw.
Imagine this will be power I with PJ behind Bryson.
Nope, they're staying. All right.
So Gunnar Goodell under center. Hand off. PJ's got
First
the ball.
down.
He's got an easy first down. Nice
DeYoung,
run for
the ball
PJ
carrier.
DeYoung.
Brought down by Williams and Tebow. Correction, Williams and Dickens.
One shoestring tackle.
That's good for
Gain of
Red Wolves'
11.
first down.
Good for a Pawpaw first down. First and 10 on the 38.
We definitely are having some issues in the truck tonight. Graphics are running a little slow or not running at all. In the T, Goodell is going to hand that to Bryson Newell. Newell breaks through the first level, and I'll tell you, he was a safety
Ball
from
carrier.
walking down to the other end zone.
By number 55, Alex O'Donnell.
Didn't look like there was much in there, but Bryson was picking and choosing and waiting for the hole to open up. Good
You know, and that's the whole thing about the tee, and they'll lull you to sleep, and all it takes is one block, and
Well, that was closer than it looked. That one was, good discipline by the safety because he doesn't slide over to that hole, and Bryson's still running. Goodell going to pitch the ball to DeYoung. PJ's got a hole. PJ's got another Red Wolves first down.
DeYoung, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Timidar Tassi for the Shamrocks.
All right, something's going on with our first down.
Gain of 4 on the play. Good for a Pawpaw first down.
So, Pawpaw, first down, just shy of midfield. Goodell under center. Newell between Miller and DeYoung in the backfield. It's going to be Miller with the call. Ben Miller. Good run for Ben. That's a gain of 7. Now the Red Wolves' offensive line and running backs are starting to impose their will a little bit. That's 3 or 4 good runs in a row.
Linemen kept their legs moving. Great second effort. Keep pushing that ball through.
I think if you tell Coach Stry that you're going to get 6 yards of carry, he's going to say thank you and go sit on the bus. You know, this is exactly what they want.
First thing you learn coaching is make a stop.
So from the tee, Goodell, handoff inside. That's Bryson Newell with another 8 yards off the
first down.
Now we're clicking.
Newell, the ball carrier, brought down by number 32, Calvin White.
So Austin George made a really nice block to seal out the linebacker on that one.
At the Shamrock 38.
A little bit light on the viewership tonight for as sparse as our visiting section is. Thought we'd be up closer to 100. Everybody out there got to do your jobs. Get on the phone. Send some texts.
Maybe they think it's a Friday night game.
Hand off to Miller. And that was the first one in about 6 that hasn't worked out too well.
Run down by Kurlikowski.
But I'll tell you,
After a gain of 1.
they've been setting up that right side now for 7, 8 straight runs. And this is where you slip somebody out of the backfield and you fake everything, motion that way, and let Gunner just float one down here.
I'm guessing watching film, they are looking for that run right, as we saw Big Rapids shift last week.
Well, I got to tell you, you're running behind Mr. Stry over there. It was up the middle. Bryson with about 3.
Newell, the ball carrier, brought down by Brewer. Gain of 2. 3rd and 7 at the 35 for Pawpaw.
So Landon Buell comes in for Ben Miller. They usually put Buell in as a fullback, and it is. Pitch. PJ around the right side. PJ's going to be immediately.
DeYoung, the ball carrier.
I think that we are going to. This was 2-down territory. It's just a gut feeling, but I think that they
gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 7 for Pawpaw.
They were looking for some positive yardage there. I don't think it'll change Coach Stry's mind at all, but I think he was looking to get a couple more yards and make 4th a little more manageable.
Well, they tried to run that outside, Brent. Berrien Springs did an excellent job stringing that out all the way to the
sideline.
sideline.
You got 2 options here. Either Berrien Springs plays the pass and Pawpaw runs it, and you're going to have them back on their heels, or Berrien keys on the run, and we're going to beat them.
Pass.
And that's what happened. There's a play. Oh, Troy Vandenberg.
Goodell's pass intended for Vandenberg.
There was some contact down there, but I'm not sure Troy wasn't the initiator of that contact.
Judging by the Shamrock player, he felt that he was slighted in that. So I think that negated their contact downfield.
And here's one of the problems with that play is I think that play is designed to be a jump ball so that if they do intercept it, it works as a de facto punt. But when you're not within 20 yards of it, now that de facto punt becomes a punt with a 35-yard return. You know, so the Shamrocks are going to get the ball on the 35-yard line, and once again, Coach Stry is going to ask his defense to stiffen up and get the ball back.
6:57 left in the second quarter.
McFarland going to option the ball. Oh, and he got through the first line, but
White, the ball carrier.
Austin George made a nice play there, flowing down the line.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 for the Shamrocks.
Fisher Edwards checks out. It's going to be a handoff inside.
Nothing there.
So that's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Cody Conley,
And goal for Pawpaw.
Landon Buell.
No gain on the play.
Also
It'll be
in there.
3rd and 7 for the Shamrocks.
Colin Campbell comes into the game. So 3rd and call it 8. This is going to be a pass. He's going to let one float up there. Lemaire's out there. Oh, and Nathan Lemire made a nice play. He broke on the ball, does what you're taught to do. Didn't look back, found the receiver's eyes, and got a hand up there.
Great concentration. Great concentration on Lemire. That ball was catchable, and he got his paw up there to knock it down. So we're going to decline that for 4th.
Against Berrien Springs. I'm surprised he took that penalty. That was 3rd down, wasn't it?
But the penalty.
I'm surprised Coach Stride accepted that penalty.
I'm wondering if he did. He's out talking to the ref right now. That's not an automatic. That's not a dead ball foul.
And Coach Stride is telling the side judge that he did decline that.
I was really surprised when they pushed him back. I would have thought for sure they
declined it, so they're going to reset it.
Decline the penalty, so that'll bring up 4th down for the Shamrocks.
Well, that's good because Coach Stride and the broadcast booth are not on the opposite pages too often. So we've got Ben Miller back to receive. Red Wolves will undoubtedly set up for a return here. We're going to time out from Berrien Springs. So we got 5:38 to go, 5:36 to go. And apparently we're going to get a commercial for Sturgis Bank. Mark Miller, welcome to the broadcast. Got some band. We're going to mute this so we don't get shut off. Okay, so we're back on. Somebody's going to have to let us know how the audio is with all of the ambient noise tonight. Troy Vanderberg's back. Kick is away. And that ball bounces back through.
Wow, that was dangerous.
Good bounce, but, and I think that's on your return, man, to be telling all your people to get out of there. And there was no communication there at all from Vandenberg.
Since I started playing ball, the scream is poison. Stay away from that.
Poison or fire or something.
COVID? I mean, we are in the 2020s. I mean, just start yelling COVID.
They might just mask up and go for it, though, Brent.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna. That could be the. Then everybody could run to the sideline looking for a mask, and we'd have nobody to play defense. All right, so the Red Wolves back to the line. Usual suspects in the backfield. Gunnar Goodell's going to hand this off to Miller. Miller's going to follow the right side of the line.
Carrier, brought down by Odell and Brewer for the Shamrocks. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 at the 44 for Pawpaw.
The feedback is that Jason's mic is louder than mine, so we're going to fix that. Said your mic is louder than mine. We're not going to have that. We're going to start measuring things up here. The guy with the control of the audio is going to fix it.
That's odd, Brent. No one's ever told me I was loud.
So Miller off the right side. That's going to be 2 more. Now, they're attacking the same side, different strategy. So let's go with the counter that time and see what happens.
Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Pawpaw at the 46-yard line.
Guys are doing a good job of recruiting friends and family. Somebody open up some devices so get us up to 100. We're at 45. There's no reason that all of you can't be watching on an iPad, an iPhone, and a laptop. And hopefully we've got the offensive line group from Eastern Michigan. Last week they were in the film room watching us on the big screen. So hopefully they're give a shout out to them. Pawpaw's going to call a timeout. And we've got commercials. Of course we do, because we've got a $15 million facility to pay for. So we've got some out-of-town scoreboard scores. Three Rivers is at Adrian's at Three Rivers tonight. So the Maples coming into town. That's 0-0 in the first. Plainwell hosting Coldwater. Plainwell up 14-0 in the second. Vicksburg, Richland Gull Lake knotting it up at 0. Otsego 0-0 with Hackett Catholic Prep. Yeah, it's probably United, but it's still listed as Hackett on here, so they're a little bit behind the time. So Sturgis is down 7-6 to Kalamazoo Central. So Dowagiac up 7-0 on Watervliet. That's another local. So that's an out-of-league score, obviously. But so Red Wolves back to the line. Little movement from Berrien Springs, no call. That's going to go a counter. There's a reverse to Troy Vandenberg. Troy bowls over. And that's going to be close to a first down. It looks like this guy on this near side,
47-yard line.
He's going to come in and have something to say about this spot.
That ball's shaded.
It's a first down.
That's a first down. It was over that hash.
Yeah. So the chains are moving. We've got 3:42 to go here in the first half. 7-6 Pawpaw. It feels like, Jason, that since that first few minutes of the game, we've dominated this game.
I'll tell you, Brent, we were just talking about that up here. We've been running right on that first down, and they've been overloading that side. And right there, you see that reverse open this left side wide open.
Well, we're going to go power I now, and we're going to get PJ about 8 yards off that right side that we just vacated. No, he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage.
DeYoung, the ball carrier for Pawpaw.
You know, never been a fan of the slow developing pitches.
Looks like the ball being placed at the
It's important with those plays like that. You know, you may be on the backside of the line, but you let them cross your face. That lets them scrape down the line and just fill.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you got to run them because that's where your linemen can get out and get active. But I just.
You make that contact, and then you go to the second level and pick up a backer. Or
in a downhill offense like the wing tee, going backwards 3 yards doesn't help before you get started downhill.
No, it's quick hitting.
There's a nice run. Bryson Newell.
Newell, the ball carrier, brought down by Williams for the Shamrocks.
About to the 40.
Bryson's going
I think
to
they're
pick
marking
up
him at the
7.
40.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Gain of 6. 3rd and 3 Pawpaw.
And the entire playbook's available now. You know, we've got just over 2 minutes to go in the half, so we're not in panic mode. We've got a couple of timeouts left. If it's me, I'm finding number 69, and I'm trying to get in his back pocket. And that's what they do. PJ DeYoung breaks some tackles. PJ Good, nice run by PJ. Smart heads up play. Gets through the line, gets out of bounds.
Constable for the Shamrocks.
And now the Red Wolves are in scoring position.
At the 26-yard line, gain of 14 on the play.
Just under 2 minutes, minute 42 to go in the half. Okay, so we got a timeout.
Timeout, Shamrocks.
I think that was just a substitution. They were allowing the Shamrocks to substitute. No, it was an official timeout. I think so. Pawpaw ran somebody on late, and you have to give the defense the opportunity to substitute. So I think they were just, yeah, it's new. It's new 2 years ago. Somebody fact checked me on that, but I think it was 2 years ago. So Goodell under center, power I. This goes to PJ again. PJ's going to get through, and PJ's going to pick up 8.
Brought down by McFarland for the Shamrocks.
So this is urgent, not hurry time. You know, take your time, get up there. You're still getting 6, 7 yards a run. We're just inside the 20. Still over a minute to go.
Still got 2 timeouts left too, Brent.
Absolutely no reason to panic here. Power I, Goodell hands it off. He's going to throw the ball. Puts it up toward the corner, and that's broken up. Roy Vandenberg was the intended target down there.
That's intended for Vandenberg, broken up by McFarland.
That came out a beat late. He's got to throw that ball before the break, and he threw it after the break, and that allowed the defensive back to catch up. But to be honest with you, no harm, no foul there. That's an incomplete pass, but that stops the clock. Still have over a minute to go, minute 5. This is 2 down territory. Berrien Springs doesn't like it at all. They're going to go with the timeout.
This timeout sponsored by Sturgis Bank. Berrien Springs Boosters would like to thank Sturgis Bank, your timeout sponsor.
So we are going to go on mute for just a second so we can swear at each other. Back. And we're back. Good to get that out of our system. So power I, short power I, PJ tight. Handoff goes to PJ. He's going to get, looks very close.
I think he's about a half yard short, Brent.
So it's going to bring up a 4th down, it looks like.
Brought down by Ewald for the Shamrocks. Gain of 2, it will be 4th and 1.
48 and counting,
and this
Brent.
is a quick snap and go. Bryson. PJ off the left side. PJ DeYoung for the end zone, and PJ fooled me on that one, but that's going to be a Red Wolves touchdown.
I think Berrien Springs was waiting for him to call a timeout, and a quick play and off to the races.
Touchdown run for DeYoung.
Well, and honestly, they went through that left side that we've been talking about, setting it up all day. And, you know, they fooled me. I thought that was an inside handoff to Newell. And P.J. DeYoung squirts through a hole off the left side. Red Wolves very efficient on that drive.
Goodell did a great job with his fakes to freeze Berrien Springs in their track.
Troy with the extra point. Kick is up.
And
kick is good.
Good.
With 31 seconds to go here in the first half. Popoff 14-6 leading Berrien Springs on their home field. All right, back at it here. Vandenberg's going to kick off, and I would not expect anything anywhere near anybody with legs. I mean, that's kind of the fair guess here. You're kicking this to green space.
Thinking low liner.
Yep. And there's the green space. Red Wolves going to have to cover, and they do.
White fields the kickoff at the 28 for the Shamrocks.
You know, this has been a clean game too, Jason. I think, one penalty tonight?
It'll be 1st and 10 for the
So Landon
Shamrocks,
Buell,
who brought
Fisher
down the
Edwards
play by
on the
number
tackle.
33.
That's a new one. I don't think 30.
Excuse me, that's number 3.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Landon Bull on the tackle for Papa.
So Shamrocks, see if they're content. They're going to run a quick slant, see if they can get anything out of it. And they get a first down.
First down's going to stop the clock.
So they're not content. They're not content to let this run out and go into halftime.
On the stop for Papa.
They are back on the line, ready to go.
So 15, 14, 13, ticking down. McFarland's going to throw to the near side. He's got a receiver over here. And that's a huge mistake by that kid if they're trying to run the play. I mean,
Fumble out of bounds.
Newell and Marinich on the tackle.
Cuthbert on the reception.
Like they
Fumble
got
out of bounds.
time for about one more play, Brent.
21.
He was
26.
4 yards from going out of bounds. Not sure. I'm not sure what that hometown call was, but that was. He wasn't even close. They call it a fumble out of bounds?
Looks like they're going to go to the replay, Brent.
Well, I've got it here on my laptop.
And this timeout, sponsored by McLaughlin.
I thought you couldn't
Realty.
fumble it out of bounds to your advantage.
McLaughlin Realty, your timeout sponsor. Shamrock Boosters, thank McLaughlin Realty.
Well, that was something else because he wasn't even outside the numbers. Well, somebody wants their $115, and they're going to get it tonight. So now you got to expect that they're just going to let one wing here, wouldn't you say? 4 seconds to go. So Lemaire's back deep. Dominic Hernandez is back there. Soderberg's on the other side. There's the deep throw, and that's over everybody's head. So that's going to take us to halftime here in Berrien Springs.
He does have an arm, though, Brent.
Papa goes into the locker room, up 8, 14-6. And we are going to mute the mics, but we've got some slides for you to keep you entertained during halftime. So we will be back as the second half starts up, and we'll see you then. So I'm going to break in here and apologize for the size of the slides on your screen. When we tested that earlier, those were all full screen. So we'll get that fixed for next week so you can actually read this. Apologize if you are on a phone, you're not going to see this, but it's what we got. So enjoy.
In the first quarter, Brandywine 6.
127-7237 was the winning number in the 50-50 raffle if you drove down here, bought a ticket, then drove back home. But if you didn't, then we're good. So we're getting ready to go here on the second half. We got a little bit of time left on the clock. Red Wolves are out there warming up, just checking in, make sure everybody gets their last snacks, gets themselves headed back towards the television. Got some really good feedback on how bad that video was to see, but that was a screw up. I ran that at 720 iPhone size, and then I tried to put it on a 1080 broadcast, and it did not work. So we will get that fixed. All you identity thefts out there, it's Trudy Elliott's 22nd birthday today. So we're going to go back off for a minute while the band plays. Okay, so here we're back at Berrien Springs. We're getting ready to start the second half. Got about 40 seconds before they blow the horn to start the second half. You know, Jason, I think, that first half, other than a couple of missed tackles, we really played pretty good defense. You know, it's got to be frustrating to have such a small margin on the board.
Yeah, it's a little defeating to have a chunk play take away from all the good, solid defense that you've played.
Now, and the good news is, we did get a breakdown from Berrien on that long kickoff return. So, they kind of gave it back to us. But for as well as we played and as much as we controlled the ball, I think we had 72 minutes of possession in that half. We have no stats, and we have no ability to keep stats, and we have nobody telling us any stats. So we're going to go with 72 minutes. Yeah, we'll make them up. So, I'm sure there are people home watching who are keeping more accurate stats than us. But
I think the Red Wolves had at least 600 yards in total offense.
Yeah, I think we're just over 700 at this point. I mean, how far 700 yards? That's what, halfway to Lawton. We're good.
Especially running the T. Big high-power yardage offense.
Soderberg's back there with Miller and Jurgensen. So just going to take a guess the ball's not going to get to any of them unless it's out of bounds.
If you notice, he's moved it to this side to kick it away from Jurgensen.
He was able to drive it to about the 10-yard line the time Sean couldn't pick it up in time. And he's a little bit shorter this time. Sonnenberg's going to pick that one up. He's going to come back this way, and he's got a lane. He's going to pick up a few yards and go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
Kickoff fielded by Sonnenberg, 22-yard return. Run out of bounds by.
Well, that time he was tackled out of bounds.
For the Shamrocks.
Talked to Sonnenberg a little bit in school today, and he was cool and calm and, no nerves at all.
First and 10, Pawpaw on their own 37-yard line.
Gunnar Goodell, wing T. This is going to be a pitch outside to Ben Miller. Ben Miller slips the first man. He's got one man to beat, and he's able to trip him up. Ben Miller almost broke one. You know what? Speaking of Ben's, we're going to go to Ben Herring with a howl.
Tackled at the 42-yard line.
So that's good for a Red Wolves first down.
After a 21-yard gain for Pawpaw.
21-yard gain for Pawpaw. So that one went left, which is the opposite of what we're doing. Maybe we just like to run towards our bench.
Well, I will say that was the first time we ran left on the first down, and I don't think Berrien was ready for it.
Gunnar Goodell under center. He's going to hand this to P.J. DeYoung. P.J. is going to come off the line.
The ball carrier.
Jason, sometimes you just see something coming out of halftime, and I'm not thinking that the Red Wolves were very comfortable with the 14-6 score.
2nd and 5 at the 37 for Pawpaw.
No, but we saw this last week, Brent. Little slow start. Not so much this game, but by that second half, the Red Wolves were just rolling.
Well, and part of that's the time they spend in the weight room. They're wearing people down, and this first drive out of the half, this is why we deferred and why we took the ball. We want to grind it and just shut them down. This is going to be Miller. Miller's going to gain 4.
Miller, the ball carrier.
So nice run from Ben Miller. And we have reached the area of the field where I have to watch it on TV because I can't see down there.
Miller brought down by Brewer.
We got a 3rd and a long one, Brent.
Constable, it'll be 3rd and 1 at the 33 for Pawpaw.
Can you just say the constable stopped him on that last play? He got a ticket on that play. All right, Gunnar Goodell, we're going to go power I. 3rd and short. This is DeYoung. PJ's got a Red Wolves
DeYoung, the ball
first down.
Brought down at the 28-yard line, tackled by Odell.
So PJ down to the 28. And now the Red Wolves are running downhill. Sorry about leaning on the table and moving the scoreboard, but Braylon Kennedy getting out and moving downfield.
Those downfield blocks are important. That's the one that breaks it all the way.
This wouldn't be a horrible spot to see Newell bust one up the middle, and that's going to be offsides
and they
on
got
Berrien.
On the play.
So you think the wing T has options. 1st and 5 is the dream of the wing T.
Offside on the
because now
Shamrocks.
you've got everything available to you, and you're going to end up with a short yardage play on the next play. This is the only time in the offense you will never see a pass.
1st and 5 for Pawpaw at the 23-yard line.
And that aforementioned quick hit trap to Newell, he's almost broke it twice tonight. This is where that play becomes a large piece of your offense. Gunnar Goodell under center. Give his off the right side to Miller. Miller slips one tackle, ended up on the end, but that's going to be close to a first down. That's going to bring up 2nd and maybe a yard.
Market at the 19, gain of 4 for Miller. 2nd and 1 for Pawpaw.
Now that's 2nd and maybe 1, godlike voice from the sky. I can see it on my TV screen.
I can feel it, Brent.
Yeah, I'm up against the wall over here, and I'm pretty sure that was less than a yard. You know, this would be a decent spot to throw a pass, but the way we're running downhill, I don't think so. I think this is power football. I think you'd show him who's boss. Handoff goes to Newell, and that's going to be close to a first down. I don't think he got there.
I think he actually
Newell,
lost
ball
one.
carrier.
He may have even lost a half yard, you think, Jay?
Newell brought down by Constable.
That's the one time I think you're looking for that. You know, when you get less than a yard.
Yeah, it looks like they marked him about a half yard shorter.
And they're gonna measure that. Now they're gonna not measure that. Substitution officials timeout. That's the second of those tonight. Red Wolves to the line. Gunnar Goodell. Power I. PJ DeYoung's got the ball off the right side. PJ's into the secondary, and PJ has a Red Wolves first down.
Ball's placed at the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Pawpaw.
So 1st and 10, Pawpaw. Ball's only at the 14. So they are knocking on the door. Goodell runs the play in. Power I. Newell and Buell in the backfield in front of PJ DeYoung. PJ's, pitch to Bryson Newell. Bryson cuts it back in. He's going to gain 4.
Newell, the ball carrier. Brought down by Ewald. And Odell. Timeout on the field.
So that's a timeout.
Looks like Berrien Springs has an injury.
Got an injured Shamrock down there, apparently. He's going to say, I don't want your help. I'm going to be a man, and I'm going to hobble off and limp. You know, about 6 years, you're going to be looking for people to carry you off the field. So he looks like he's got an ankle problem or a knee problem, but he also looks like he wants to get back into the game, so we'll see. So Red Wolves back to the line, 2nd and long. Call it 8. Gunnar Goodell. This is going to PJ DeYoung. PJ's going to bust into the end zone, and that's good for a Red Wolves touchdown. Great way to start the second half. Just an absolute control of the line of scrimmage. You know, that's what, 7, 8 plays. You know, we're going to call it 13 plays, 52 yards, something like that. We started around the 28, so.
And that is wing T football at its best.
It is wing T football. Be great to have some stats.
We're up to about 800 yards now, Brent.
You know, yeah, I think so. When we're at home, we got stats.
Great
Troy's
kick.
kick looked good. It is good. So 7:11 to go here in the third quarter. Pawpaw has increased their lead over the Berrien Springs Shamrocks, 21-6. Going on mute for a minute. All right, so here we go. Vandenberg is going to kick off. Berrien Springs has got a couple of deep. He's going to pooch it over the front. That's going to be covered, and
Kicks fielded at the 35-yard line.
that's the kick, Jay, where you're looking for the kid who's looking for the soft spot on the turf that's going to lay down. So,
Unfortunately, I don't know if the Red Wolves mix it up enough with them doing that. If I were there, I would have my hands team 3 deep.
well, and, what else do you want? This is exactly what you want to have them. Make them, after you just hit them in the mouth, make them go length of the field.
Absolutely.
This is, again, can't stress enough. Fill your gaps, stay in your spots, do your job. Because the only thing that hurts us right now is a blown assignment big play. And they have some speed that they could hit one of those if we do something wrong. Quick pass out to this side, but he's going to lead his receiver to the turf.
McFarland's pass complete to Dinkins.
So, that's just a running play.
5 yard out. Yep.
5 yards, second down.
40-yard line, gain of 5. Second and 5.
And his receiver, he didn't help his receiver there. He threw him back he made him come back for the ball. He had 4 or 5 more yards availability there.
I'm pretty sure that the plan with that play was to plant your foot and turn around and catch that ball, though.
Yes, absolutely. So Darren Stry in on the tackle. Looked like Fisher Edwards was in there too.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Boy, he doesn't get many names that aren't Smith or Jones right, does he? And we don't have that many Smith or Joneses.
No, it is always interesting when you go on the road just to hear how the names are pronounced.
Yep. McFarland, handoff inside. That's going to be close, and I think that's going to be short. Gavin Turt got in there quick. I'll tell you.
That's like he's marking him short, Brent.
Yeah, they are marking him short. It's going to be close. And this is the play right here where you get Colin Campbell, you get Dennis Stry, you get Gavin Turk, you fire off the ball, get into the backfield. Let PJ and Bryson clean up. Nate Lemaire's in there. Handoff inside, and he's got over the line, so he's got a first down.
Jarvis, the ball carrier.
A good play. Berrien was running a nice play there.
He's brought down by number 52, Cody Conley.
Cody Conley and Colin Campbell look like the two in there. So Berrien starting to show a little urgency. No huddle. Of course, they didn't huddle much in the first half. So that
Jarvis, the ball carrier.
ball's up the middle. Fisher Edwards looked like the main.
Brought down by Edwards and Campbell.
Colin Campbell also in. Brings up second and long. Landon Buell back in for the Red Wolves. Soderberg's got one-on-one coverage down here. Not a lot of help. Oh, nice play in there by Bryson Newell.
Hit the backfield.
Bryson Newell was in there first. Looked like Darren was in there to help him clean it up.
Newell and Stray on the tackle. Loss of 2.
How do you get Stray?
For the Shamrocks.
How do you get Stray out of S-T-R-E-Y?
I think we should just spell it phonetically.
Yeah, well, you go to Edwardsburg, it doesn't matter. I swear they do it on purpose.
Oh, it's so bad.
There's a pass. Soderberg, very, very nice play.
McFarland's pass intended for Dinkins, incomplete.
Good timing.
Yes, he absolutely ate that play up. He was able to jump it perfectly, hit there before the ball gets to the receiver. Doesn't get the pass interference call.
Because of his perfect timing, the way he came across, that could, if he hit early, that would have been PI.
He really read that. He baited that quarterback into that throw. So Troy Vanderberg's back to receive the punt. And there is the top spin, and that's going to check the other way. Yeah.
Williams downs the punt for the Shamrocks.
So, Papa's going to start back up.
The 26-yard line.
Going to have to check in on WADAM down there in Tampa. They got a little bit of storm surge. You know, our affiliate's far enough inland that he probably shouldn't have gotten too much, but
we've got friends and family on Anna Maria and Bradenton, and they evacuated, but they're all safe and sound.
He's got some sort of power because I saw a picture of his living room and he's been typing comments. So from the tee, this is going to be a pitch to Miller, and Miller has got the edge. He's got one man to beat, and Miller is going to be, he's trapped up. He beat the last man and tripped over the 20-yard line.
Shoestring tackle to save that one.
Fingertip, or Ben Miller goes the distance. So that's a great run. We're going to give that a howl. We're going to give that a first down. We got nothing else to give it. Great run by Ben Miller. That's a new play. We haven't seen that one yet. A pitch to the near side. Well, but there again, we talked about it in the first half. Berrien is pursuing those gaps. That was a quick enough hitter that they got there before the pursuit could get there.
Yep. The linemen just have to step in front of that D lineman, and they're already off to the races.
So from the power I, Gunnar Goodell under center. He's going to hand this one to P.J. DeYoung. P.J.'s doing the workman work tonight. Blue collar.
The ball carrier. He's tackled by Brewer.
He's running downhill.
For the Shamrocks. Gain of 4 on play. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 21 for Buffalo.
Julian Hernandez and Braylon Kennedy are making up that left side, and they are busting some holes in the second half. You know, we talk about the size of Darren Stride, but Braylon Kennedy is no small human being either, and you know he's got some skills out there.
No, sir.
PJ's going for about 3. That's going to bring up a third down for the Wolves.
DeYoung, the ball carrier, brought down by Williams and Constable.
Nice to see Miss Houston watching the game. She needs to get about 300 more people onto the stream, so go ahead and text us out. Get some people on here.
What are we up to this week, Brett?
We're hovering around 50. Whew. It's a little ratings let off.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't get voted on the island.
We'll see how the votes go this week. So we've got a power I. Is that PJ again? Looks like that's going to be good for Red Wolves. First down.
McFarland on the tackle for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, that kid's doing some work tonight, huh? Got your quarterback making tackles. That's never a good sign.
Fortunate or not, yeah, his name's been announced a lot more on the defensive side of the ball than the offensive side of the ball.
Red Wolves making some noise from the wing tee. Gunnar Goodell. This is going to be Miller off the right side. Ben's got a little bit of a crease. He's going to pick up a couple.
Run out of bounds by McFarland.
Looks like he got 2, maybe 2.5.
Berrien Springs did a great job stringing that play all the way out to the sideline.
At the 11-yard line after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for Pawpaw.
So 2nd and 8. So from the tee. And PJ off the left side. PJ DeYoung in for a Red Wolves touchdown.
Let's get that young man Stry some syrup. There was a pancake through that hole that made it wide open
Darren
for PJ.
Stry pulling around the end. All I could see on my screen was a white blur. And yeah,
and he hit that kid and drove him right into the turf.
That is good. You know, that one kind of blows it open a little bit the way the defense is playing. That's a big drive. Again, Red Wolves controlling the game, so we got an extra point coming. Snap is held down. Vanderberg kick.
PAT is good. So
and that is good. We're gonna, that PAT was for Brent Schaefer, sent to you by your friend Mark Miller, your family. Yeah, so that was, Darren can add another one to his highlight reel. He had a couple of those major blocks last week, and that one blows open a hole for P.J. DeYoung.
Yeah, the front side line sealed that off, and Darren pulled around and just wiped that kid out.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to look. That's how it's drawn up. And, it's really interesting because we pounded the right side the whole first half. And this side has been all left.
Well, and then you see right there, since they've been covering up that right side, Coach Stry found a way to use Darren Stry to pull around and still show his prowess over there.
And when you've got a line who's been in the weight room all year, you've kept that left side fresh, and now they're just beating on people, So Vandenberg's going to kick. It's a little up in the air squib. That was a fair catch. It wasn't a very good fair catch, but he did wave his arm a little bit.
And that's really what you're looking for, that high poocher, but you'd like to find some green grass, but that way it gives your men a chance to get down there. But again,
here we are, giving them a 65-yard field, and the way our defense has been playing, low risk, high reward.
First and 10 Shamrocks on the 31-yard line.
So 31-yard line, first and 10. Quarterback keep. That's going nowhere. Red Wolves are all over that one. Newell on the initial hit. 52, Conley was in there.
Second and 12 and 29 for the Shamrocks.
So Shamrocks with a loss on the play, second and 12. But you heard that, because how could you not? Oh, short snap. McFarland picks up. He's going to go deep. He's got a couple Wolves out there. Receiver made a nice adjustment for the ball, but is unable to bring it in. So Williams made a nice play on the ball, just wasn't able to draw it in.
I'm going to have to apologize for the camera lag there, Brent. I was watching the game.
Oh, well, and that happens. So for all of you who missed that last play, it was a nice throw, nice adjustment by the receiver. Falls inertly to the ground.
I actually hit the bleep button because we didn't want to watch that anyway.
Yeah, so there you go. So that brings up third and long. Red Wolves showing blitz. They're going to throw out to this side, and that's picked off! Soderberg is down the right side, and he's going to score!
McFarland's pass intercepted by Soderberg. He returns it for the...
So Soderberg with the interception.
I don't know if you saw that, Brent, but again, the receiver had his back to the quarterback when he threw that ball.
And I'll tell you, to pick apart Soderberg's part in that play, footwork impeccable. He's right where he needs to be. He's reading that play. Even if that ball is a throwback shoulder to the receiver who turns around, they're not going to get the first down where that ball was thrown. So he's doing everything he needs to do on the play, and he gets rewarded when the ball sticks in his hands. He's made 3 or 4 really nice plays on that right corner tonight. And he is only a sophomore.
And the PAT is good.
Vandenberg with another excellent kick tonight.
So that's a crusher if you're Berrien Springs, an absolute crusher. Because, you weren't really in this game much anymore. But at that point, now it's a dagger, and it just deflates everything. Even the kid who wouldn't take somebody's arm to come out of the game has got his crutches out now.
2 touchdowns in the last minute of game time.
Yeah, that's quick strike offense by the Red Wolves. 2 touchdowns in less than a minute. 1 on offense, 1 on defense. So our affiliate was spared by the Storm Surge in Tampa by 1/4 of a mile. The score is,
Brent, I
you
think
can't
that brings
see
a
the
well-
scoreboard as well anymore because of the brightness of it. It is 35-6.
I think that brings the Red Wolves over to 1,000 yards total offense, right?
I think it's 1,500. And this is going to be returned. Nice play on special teams.
Vandenberg's kick fielded by Timo.
Hernandez. Yep, Hernandez back there on the tackle.
Number 35.
Apologize, the scoreboard here is not a traditional scoreboard. It's an all-digital replay screen type scoreboard. And so they've got a graphic up there, and it's become really, really hard to see.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks.
So, Jason, we'll have to shout that score out every once in a while, and probably the time on the clock, too, because it's getting a lot harder to see now that the sun has gone down. I wonder if I can slide just a second here, Spotter, and I'll see if we can.
I'll be glad to shout that score out, Brent.
Yeah, this is a good one to talk about. Yeah, there's not much we can do to focus it. It's just the brightness. Soderberg with a nice play, and there's exactly the example I was talking about. He's playing that where if he does catch the ball, there's nowhere to go. So another nice play.
I know a lot of
Soderberg is
teams
playing well.
in the spread use that short pass as a running play, but
Well,
with us breaking on the ball like that,
honestly, this right here is where corners live. They love this part of the game because they're almost certain the ball's coming out in the air.
especially if they're chasing the score.
Help the Girl Scouts out. Purchase some Girl Scout cookies. This is your last call for Girl Scout cookies. They're $5 a box. You can get them down at the end of the straightaway.
Wow, there is a lot of stuff going on in the stadium right now. A cacophony of sounds. Yeah, the scoreboard is really out of focus from my screen, but it's just the brightness issue. There's not a whole lot we can do. 35-6 is the score. We'll just keep saying it.
Speakers in the bathroom. You can hear the announcer in the bathroom. Oh my goodness. I'm so jealous. My college was
Berrien Springs, quarterback McFarland, he's not going to get there. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
McFarland, the ball carrier.
Gavin Turk and
Brought
Newell
down by Turk.
3rd
on
and 3.
the tackle.
Broken play there again, Brent. Drop snap, and he was able to scoop it up. And I'll tell you what, we've seen those turn out to be something more than they are.
a lot of these snaps have been long.
The night weather getting a little colder. That ball could be getting slippery as the night goes on.
Running play up the middle.
So it looks like he's going to get a 1st down there.
He's brought down by Turk and Buell.
Tell you, Buell's had a heck of a defensive game.
White's carry good for a Shamrock 1st down.
So after the play, we're going to see if we can correct the scoreboard a little bit. McFarland's pass, that skips to the receiver.
McFarland's pass.
So he was open. He had a couple steps there. See if we can get the
2nd and 10.
high budget. There's the score. So it's still a little blurry, but you can see this one. We're getting there.
For those of you that are wearing your glasses, it's 35-6. For those of you that aren't,
Yes, right?
You
That was
probably could see that it was 35-6.
A real quick eye test there. That was perfectly in focus. McFarland's going to let one go deep. He's got a receiver. Nice defensive play over there by Soderberg again.
For Williams, incomplete.
Honestly, Brent, I thought we'd see that earlier instead of these quick hit passes.
Yeah, I did
testing
too.
us deep.
Local score, Western Michigan 21. SFU 10.
What's Western Michigan doing playing in?
Former Shamrock has 1 carry for 7 yards in the game at Western Michigan.
So I got the WMU score down here.
I don't know if you heard it or not. They just announced a former Shamrock is running the ball for Western this year.
I'm pretty sure you could have not heard that.
Timeout, Shamrocks.
I'm going to see. What's that? Yeah, and I've got an idea that we'll see how it works. We're going to try to hook our fans up with a score here. Okay, so here we go. Berrien Springs gonna throw. No, there's nobody there. Quarterback's gonna keep it. He's gonna make a big hit.
Brought down by
Dominic Hernandez.
35 Hernandez and 3 Buell.
Fourth down. 4th and 1.
Gain of 9 on the carry by McFarland. It'll be 4th and 1 at the 47 for the Shamrocks.
So Shamrocks come to the line, 4th and short. Red Wolves with the opportunity to flip it again. Handoff. Oh, and that is going to be close. He didn't get it.
The ball carrier.
He did not get that.
No,
So-
they stopped him well
Brought
short.
down by Kozel and Newell.
We will see.
And that'll be short of the yard to gain, so the Shamrocks will turn it over on downs. 1st and 10.
Yeah, big play there for the Pawpaw defense. That is good for a howl. Right there's the howl. We're trying to help our people out.
Might have some new running backs in the game. Yeah, Jurgensen's in there at running back.
So Sean Jurgensen in at running back. Pawpaw starting to
Marinich is in running back.
open up. Marinich is also in there. We have a new quarterback.
No.
So Gunner's going to hand off. This is Sean Jurgensen. Sean's already had a big night. Nice run, 8 yards off the side.
Jurgensen, the ball carrier.
Perkio's in there too.
Brought down by Odell.
Tyler Perkio in the game.
Perkio's the fullback. Stop the clock.
Gain of 6 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Jurgensen on the left, Perkio in the middle, Marinich on the right.
So Perkio between Jurgensen and Marinich in the backfield. Gunnar Goodell's still your quarterback. Handoff. This is going to be Berrien Marinich. He's going to get 2.
DeYoung, the ball carrier. He's tackled by Constable. Gain of 2, 3rd and 2 for Pawpaw.
So Pawpaw's got 3rd and 2. Sorry about the scoreboard. Still 35-6 Red Wolves. 9:09 to go here in the game. Yeah, we're almost to 50 people. Need one more person to hop on there. Salvage the night. We know we got more than one person up in Lance watching. Perkio's got the ball, and Perkio's got a Red Wolves first down.
Edwards, the ball carrier.
Is that Fisher Edwards? I don't think. I think he's called it wrong.
He's brought down by
That's 8, not 6, right?
Odell for the Shamrocks.
It's a good hard run, whoever it was.
Not before he gets the Pawpaw first down.
You got 50?
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Yeah, Fisher Edwards, the backup quarterback. No, he's not in the game. They just called the wrong number.
So Wolves come back to the line. Goodell's still in there at quarterback. Perkio, Marinich, Jurgensen behind him. This is going to go to Sean Jurgensen.
That's Barron.
What was that?
That's Barron.
Oh, Berrien Marinich off that right side. Yep, Berrien Marinich with the carry. They're going to be yelling at me in Lance.
Marinich, the ball carrier. He was tackled by Odell and Constable for the Shamrocks.
He gets Marinich.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah,
2nd and 7.
he can't get Buell or Stride, but he can get Marinich. So, trying to keep everybody in the loop of what's going on. We got 2nd and 5. Red Wolves up 35-6. 7:35 to go in the game. Got some reserve running backs in the game, picking up good yardage.
Another new running back.
Malachi Davis with a nice run. That's going to be about a 10-yard run for Malachi. So
Heck of a block by
Davis, the ball carrier,
his leading
brought down
running
by
back.
Tebow.
Busted that wide open for a good chunk
Gain of
play for
11.
Davis.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Pawpaw.
He runs faster without a tether.
doesn't do us much good to fix anything with the scoreboard, because you can't see it anyways.
Just under 7 minutes.
So we've rolled under 7 minutes to go. Red Wolves with a nice long, this is about a 225-yard, 64-minute drive. Goodell's going to hand that one to Jurgensen. Sean bounces off the first man. Makes another man miss. Sean's still up.
Jurgensen, the ball carrier.
Now to end the first half, and I understand we're in a game that's kind of out of
Tackled
sorts.
by Ewald.
The first half, we were 11 yards from the sideline, and they don't stop the
No
clock.
gain on the play. 2nd
Sean
and 10.
runs halfway to Niles out of bounds, and they wind the clock. So, and we are not quite to the running clock yet.
Honestly, Brent, that doesn't hurt us with this. Our offense right now is to grind them down.
Yeah, no, and Jay, they're right now. We got. By the way, our spotter Greg Southworth has been clamoring for that 50 mark all night. We're at 52. Gunnar Goodell
And
from the tee.
I think he only actually made it to the dam.
Handoff
Brent.
up the middle. Oh, and that ball's on the ground. Ball came out. Looked like a Red Wolf jumped on it, and they're signaling
Edwards, the
that
ball
it is.
carrier.
Ball definitely hit the ground in
Ewald.
there. Perkio recovering his own fumble. And let me tell you, there was no one more motivated to get that fumble than Tyler Perkio. When you let it drop and hit the ground, you want to be the guy who gets it back.
Correction on the ball carrier. That was Perkio.
Yeah, we knew that here. We're homers. We knew that.
We knew that the last 2 times.
Yeah. From the tee, Gunnar Goodell. Going to hand this one off. Malachi Davis.
Davis, the ball carrier. Tackled by Ewald, Jenkins, and Constable.
Was that fourth down, or is it now fourth down? So it's fourth down. Red Wolves are going to run another play into the middle of the line of scrimmage.
4th and 4 for ball.
4:46 to go in the game. 35-6 is still your score. Red Wolves, fourth down. They're on the 14-yard line. And you know how I can tell that, Jay, is because they have a beautiful multicolored turf field here. So Gunnar Goodell under center. Handoff. Malachi Davis with a nice run. Malachi keeps his legs moving. Malachi Davis with the Red Wolves. First down. Well, it looks like the Red Wolves are bound and determined to punch another one in here. Put an exclamation point on the night.
Tackle for the Shamrocks. Gain of 5, 1st and goal at the 9 for
So,
Paul.
1st and goal. Hey, you know how I can tell they're at the 9? Because they have a beautiful multicolored turf field.
We got a new lineman, Dalian, just checked.
So we got a new lineman in for the
70, Dalian.
Dahlia. Number 70 is in the game. Handoff, going to go to Sean Jurgensen. Sean's already got a touchdown tonight. He's going to get it down to about the 2, maybe the 3, maybe the 4. Hey, Jay, you know how I know that's the 4-yard line?
Petroza.
They have a beautiful multicolored turf field here.
Petroza and Brewer.
Looks like they do have a multicolored turf field, Brent.
2nd and goal.
And you know how I'm going to be able to tell that we're in the end zone? Of course you do. It needs to not be said. Gunnar Goodell under center. Gunner's going to hand off. Malachi Davis keeps his legs moving into the
Davis,
line.
ball carrier.
Maybe gained a yard.
Good defensive fill by the Shamrocks
By a
there.
host of Shamrocks. Ewald in there.
Just over 2.5 minutes to go.
So couple other subs into the game.
Gain of 1.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to call Sean Jurgensen's
3rd and
number
goal
for his
on
second
the 2.
touchdown of the night. Sean's been running hard. Had a nice 6-yard gain last time. It's about time we go right again. And you could even see that little pitch that we ran for some big success with Ben Miller to Sean's side on this play. But I think they're going to stay inside, and I think Sean's going to stick one in the end zone. There's Jurgensen off the right side. Oh, he doesn't make it in,
Jurgensen, the
though.
ball carrier.
Right horse, wrong race.
He snuck under the line, but not quite
4th and
enough.
goal on the 1.
4th and goal. I mean, all night long, power I. That's what we've seen.
McFarland on the stop for the Shamrocks.
You know what? Let's give it to Sean again. Why not? Let's roll the dice. Oh, busted play. Gunnar Goodell's going to run for his life. He's going to float one up, and he's going to get a touchdown.
Pass completed to Vandenberg.
There are just nights when things work.
I'm pretty sure that's how it was drawn up, Brent.
Yep, Gunnar Goodell was literally running for his life.
Snuck out of a horse collar tackle
He's
almost.
got a lineman with his big paw right in his chest, and Gunner's able to hit Vandenberg wide open because why wouldn't he be wide open? Everybody else was chasing Gunner, and Vandenberg just lets it into the breadbasket for an easy touchdown.
Was not supposed to be with the spiral.
No, it didn't need to be. At that point, the spiral on the play was just extra value points. Trying to run on the extra players. They have plenty of time on the play clock. Minute 14 to go in the game. Vandenberg's going to add his 6th extra point of the night. And our coaching staff has left the
So
building.
your score is Paul 42, Shamrocks
So
6.
Minute 14.
guys on the headsets down to make some noise on the field.
It was always a great feeling when you could get called down early from the box to go stand on the
when you can leave the
sideline.
box with a minute or more than a minute to go in the game. Yep, that's a nice night. All joking aside, at halftime it was pointed out to us, this is the Muhammad Ali press box, sports complex it is, here at Sylvester Stadium. And you can tell that Mr. Ali did it right, because this is, I'm guessing, and I've looked all night long. Jason, can you get a shot of the tree in the left end zone, past the end zone? So all night long I've been trying to wonder what that tree was, and that tree is a tribute to Mr. Ali. So that tree is the greatest. Vandenberg to kick off. Squib kick coming up. Oh, he's going to put one up in the air. Berrien Springs is going to return this. Nice move. He's got the corner, but he's got a lot of people he's got to beat. Nice. Soderberg with the tackle again.
Williams on the return for the Shamrocks.
Soderberg has been everywhere tonight. In fact, I think I'm giving him one of my game balls. He's played a nice night. I don't have any game balls.
I don't even have any practice balls.
We don't. Yeah, well, you know what? Since we don't have any anyways, offensive line does get one for tonight.
Well, if it was Thanksgiving, turkey legs would be around.
The turducken would be out tonight. You know, really, this has been a really, all jokes aside, it's been a really all-around good game for the Red Wolves. A couple of shaky plays in the first quarter, and that's going to be batted away, broken up over there.
Incomplete.
Almost
Tyler
intercepted by
Perkio
Berkio.
back there makes a nice play, bats it down. Again, a great time to be a backup quarterback because you know they're throwing the ball. That's going to do
That's
it
gonna
for
be the
Berrien
game.
Springs. So, final score from Berrien Springs, Pawpaw 42.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Fans, once again, thank
Berrien
you for attending.
Springs 6.
Don't forget, please pick up your area.
Great
We
game
only
for
have
the Red
2
Wolves
grounds
next
people
weekend.
responsible
We
for
are
all of our
down in
facilities.
Sturgis.
Mike
So
Acevedo,
go ahead and make
Jason
the
Silverman do a
make
great
the
job
trip.
for us.
I'll
Please
make an
help them out.
announcement
Keep your
whether or
trash
not
with you as you
we,
exit. There are
we are
trash
going to
cans
be down in
located
Sturgis.
as you
Every
exit the
intention
region.
to at this point, but you know what? It's Sturgis. And we never know if they're going to give us a nice cushy spot like they did here to broadcast the game. So thank you for Jason Cox. I'm Brent McNitt. We are done for the night. We're going to play an outro, and you guys take care, and we will see you next week.
Good night, everyone.
I don't know where that stuff is. I'm trying to get that off the screen. But you know what? Not going to do it. Good night, everyone.